Greetings and bienvenue, Midnight Crew. Thank you for returning to this broadcast. And welcome to new viewers joining us for the first time. If you like a video, then feel free to subscribe.
Be in the mid-80s. Devil worship and devil worship rumors are the talk of the day. Live in a hick town. Not a whole lot to do. Local legend is that there is a large group of devil worshippers on a flat hill off of FM 403 overlooking the Brazos River. Go to that area to fish and kill time quite a bit, so round up a few friends to go check it out. Get there around noon. See a very clear trail going up the hill with several areas that are worn down from vehicles parking on them. Decide to keep driving to see where the road goes and if there are any cars parked around. 403 hugs the hill on the left and drops to the river on the right. No place to turn around for around a mile. See a rock outcropping that hangs over the road. Can imagine nefarious devil worshippers dropping onto cars. Come to a small rest area that has been closed and unused for some time. Strange, as it is in the middle of nowhere. Turn around and drive back to where we saw the trail going to the top of the mountain. No parked cars were anywhere in the area. Pile out of the truck and start climbing the trail. Decide to sneak off from the group, get ahead, and ambush them with a dirt clod attack. Jog off to the side far enough they can't see me, and get far enough ahead for a good ambush spot. Pretty thick brush with a couple of fairly deep washes between me and the trail. Good place to lob some dirt clods without being easy to reach. Hear my friends coming up the trail. Prepare dirt clods. Just as I was about to open fire, I noticed 3 guys on my side of the trail watching my friends on the trail. They were between me and my friends. My brain was processing what to do when one spun around and looked right at me. None of them said a word, but all 3 took off down the hill. I could also hear the sounds of people running through the woods on the other side of the trail. Again, none of them said a word, but all of them took off at the same time. Told my friends what happened. Creepy, but still wanted to see the top of the hill. Make it to the top of the hill. Very flat, granite-topped hill. Very cool and looks almost artificially made. One of the highest hills, and has a very good view of the river, the road, and pretty much the whole area 360 degrees. See nothing of interest other than the view and the novelty of a near perfectly flat granite hilltop. Friend gives a call, and we all go to see what he found. There was a large red pentagram right next to a sheer cliff face overlooking the river. It was interesting enough to merit another visit that night to see what was going on. Friends all meet up in town for a night visit back to Devil's Mountain. New name for the flat hill. Load up on beer and head out. Figure we should hit it around midnight for maximum scary effect, so drink and drive to kill time. We're telling ghost stories, theorizing on what bad things could happen, and general thoughts on devil worship. Around midnight, so start the drive to Devil's Mountain. Make it to 403 and come to a bridge that you have to cross to get to the mountain. We all decide to get out and piss before going on. Turned off the truck so we could listen to see if we heard anything coming from the hill. All pissing quietly, listening for any devil-related sounds. Hear a large group of footsteps running towards us up the gravel road. Emergency piss cut off and noped back into the truck at a high rate of speed. Started and jammed into reverse in record time and backed all the way to the first road intersection. Took it and got the hell out of there. All confirmed they distinctly heard many footsteps running towards us up the gravel road. Made plans for a better visit next weekend. Better as in more beer and more guns. Weekend arrives. Gather guns, beer, and friends. Load into my fairly beastly truck. Fairly large redneck 4WD, mandatory in rural Texas. Head back to the mountain. First, kill time until midnight by driving and drinking, because young and it's driving and drinking. Time comes for the next assault. Okay, maybe not assault, but hopefully a result other than fleeing in a rather unmanly way. Decide to make a thunder run down 403 to the rest area we had found before. Figured the only problem would be the rock outcropping, but decided we would go fast enough to avoid any unwanted passengers. Everyone loads up. Windows down, guns outboard. We headed for the run, crossed the bridge and the point of no return, getting close to the area where the trail was. All crap our pants as we see a hearse parked across the road, completely blocking it. No place to turn around. Time to flee in an unmanly manner again. Slam it in reverse and am backing away. See several headlights coming towards us, blocking our escape. Several trucks block the road and are the only escape route. See a fairly flat place that leads from the road to a pasture in my headlights. Not sure where the pasture leads, but has to be populated by fewer devil worshippers than here. So slam it into drive and go off-road. Take the pasture around the roadblock and eventually get back on 403 just before the bridge. Nope, back to town. More funny than scary now, but hearing those footsteps, seeing that hearse, and having our escape route blocked was some scary shit when it happened.
B-22. Driving home at 2 a.m. in an old shitty-ass Chevy with my friend Dalton from this redneck party in the middle of nowhere, Georgia. Take an exit off 75 into some state road I don't remember. Wind up in this endless maze of dirt roads. No other headlights for like an hour. Nothing but trees and stars and dirt. My friend has to piss. We stop at this gas station built into a Quonset hut and tucked into a quiet corner of nowhere. The lady tells Dalton their bathroom is out of order. Dalton walks out as far as possible from the gas station to piss. I wait on the tailgate. Look up at the radio tower across the road from the gas station. It has a bright-as-shit purple light on it. Hear Dalton screaming, "What the fuck?" from the woods. Hop down and run towards him to see what's happening. He runs into me at full speed, trembling. Said he felt something breathe on him from all directions. His face goes pale as shit when he looks over my shoulder at the truck. Turn around. Something huge is looking inside the cab. A big, pale gray humanoid thing with one hand leaning down on the roof. There's like 100 fucking eyes the size of a Nerf ball moving around on its head. No mouth, but these slits on each side of its neck. It sees us looking at it. All of its eyes pointed on us. It leans back up to its full height, and it's tall enough to put its arm on the top of a tractor trailer. That's when I noticed the wings sprouting out of its body that look like shark fins. It's making this booming noise that sounds like a swarm of bees, but you can only hear it inside your head. Looks at us for like 3 minutes. Walks off into the tree line. We hop back in the truck and nope the hell out to the interstate. Dalton pissed his pants. I don't know what the fuck.
Be driving home from a work trip with my coworker Mark. Be late night around 11:30 p.m. The road is leading through a forest, no other cars in sight. Cloudy sky too, so pitch black. Mark: "Hey Anon, I need to take a piss." K: "Stop the car." He gets out, walks about 20 meters into the forest. I'm not sure how far since I can't see shit from the car. Hear him trip on some stick or some shit and curse. Laugh at his shy bladder. "Next time, just take a piss next to the car, you spurg." Didn't really say it out loud, though. Mark finishes pissing, walks out of the forest and gets back in the car. Continue driving for 10 minutes. Mark just silently stares out of the window. Suddenly, my cell phone rings. Pull out my cell phone and look at the display to see the name of the caller. It's Mark. Cold sweat immediately floods my entire body, every muscle clenched. Oh God. The thing who got back into the car with me isn't Mark. Put the phone to my ear and accept the call to not look suspicious. For a second, consider just jumping out of the fucking car. Remember, I have a switchblade in my pocket. Should I go for it? Hear a voice from the phone. It's Mark's girlfriend. That dumbass left his phone at home, and so she was calling me to make sure the work trip went okay. close off the stream of soft stool pouring down my underpants. Mark will never know how close he actually came to having a knife in his neck because his coworker is apparently mentally damaged and autistic.
Be 3 or 4 summers ago. Friend calls me up. Wants to go fishing. Nothing out of the ordinary. JPEG. Get off work at about 9 p.m. Meet him at his house. Pick him up. Says there's a good fishing spot his dad told him about. Fishing spot is about 30 miles away. Living in rural Wisconsin. This is fine. We follow directions. Come to a dead end. Friend calls his dad. Dad says it's about a 1-mile walk straight through the woods. Me and my friend walk through the woods. Uphill. Downhill. Over rocks. Etc. Getting nervous. We check the compass. The compass doesn't move. At all. Getting a little late. We decide to go. We turn around to see a little albino mink standing right in our way. Both of us freak out. We weren't expecting that. 1 hour later we get back to the car. 2-hour walk total. Hear a groan from the woods just behind us. Figure it's a bear or something, so we jump in the car. As soon as we start the engine, something smacks the car on the trunk. Hard. We freak out, scream, and gun it out of there. About 50 feet down the dirt road, we see something. Next to a dead-end sign. Someone standing as tall as the 8-foot sign. Bright orange eyes. Huge head. It turns quickly and runs into the woods. Never go into the woods again without my 357.
Visited my brother. He was bipolar and would often get into angry fits. Left unannounced 'cause he gets angry out of nowhere. Spent the night with these Mormons, he's Mormon. Hitchhiked even though the Mormons offered money for a bus ticket. Left early afternoon, got 2 rides. Nighttime. One guy could bring me so far as this town that forks off. He left me at a gas station. As I walk through this town that's probably no bigger than 4 or 5 city blocks. Old-ass buildings. Those corner stores with lotto signs from the 90s. Coca-Cola icons from the 80s. 2 feet maximum roofs. No one out. It's only 11 p.m., but these fucks are all mostly asleep. Walk to one of the main roads out, hoping to get another ride. Suddenly, as I'm walking, I notice a man coming from my left. He walks beside me. Hey. I got a knife. I choke up and just go, oh. I could blind you. What? He immediately starts running across this field towards a thick tree line. I watch as he disappears. Go to the road, get a ride.
Be driving at 4 in the morning. Be the designated driver for a few friends. They're wasted from drinking too much at a party, loud and obnoxious. 5 minutes later, they're all passed out except for a girl named Bree and a dude named Jason or Jace or some shit. Jay needs to go. Pull over because I don't want him to stain my nice leather seats. He walks a long while to go piss around some bush. Shy guy. He's taking forever, so I decide to go for a short walk down the road. Back roads, because the party was at some farmhouse. Me and this other girl, Bree, walk a little bit, trying my luck with a drunk bitch who is on the rebound. She stops. Oops, did I say something wrong? She tells me to shut up and look. Down the road a bit, we see this huge animal. Kinda looked like a bear if the bear was able to walk on 2 legs perfectly. She sprints to the car, but I want to investigate. Shout as loud as I can to scare the thing off, but the thing just looks at me. Headlights make its eyes all glowy and spooky as hell. Run full tilt back to the car. Jay is passed out in the passenger seat. Bree is sitting on his lap. 6 people in the car, so it's crowded. Wheel out of there as if I was escaping the police. Pass by the bear thing driving out. Shit was huge. Like if a bear had babies with an elephant and said offspring took steroids. Looked in the rearview mirror and only the taillights illuminated it for a second. It was chasing us, going 140 kilometers per hour on a dirt road in the bush. Makar. Make it to the main road where there are street lights. Look back and it's gone. What the fuck? I asked Bree if she remembered any of it, but she said she couldn't remember that night at all. No one believed me.
Not mine, but it seemed to fit. Be my friend's mom in the 80s, driving home after going to a nearby city. Middle of the night. My friend's mom lived way out in the middle of nowhere, driving back roads to get to the farmland she lived on. Spots this guy wearing old-timey clothing, striped tailcoat and top hat. Creeped out and drove past. Looked back and the guy had the biggest grin on his face. What the fuck, faces amongst her and her siblings. Turn around to drive past the man again. Literally not even a minute passed since they last saw him. He's gone. Nothing but empty fields by the roads.
Only relatable story. Hunting with my dog in the woods. Favorite time of the season. Early fall, just after a rainstorm. It smells like damp woods. You can feel the chill in the air, but it's not too cold yet. Just breezy. You know the feeling. Haven't seen much, so I go off the trail, which I've done hundreds of times. My dog gets a scent, nose down and sniffing like a crackhead. Start to see trash everywhere. Cigarette butts, chip bags, beer cans. It'll just be an abandoned campsite or something, and I'll have to wrestle trash away from him. Dog takes off suddenly and is growling. I'm not really paying attention and just follow. Then I hear voices. Sounded like singing. And smell a fire. Great. He's ruining an active campsite. Walked to the tree line and almost shit my pants. A bunch of pale-looking chuds in what looked like red bathrobes standing around a giant burning pile of lumber. Weird stuff in what I assume are kinder piles. Baby dolls, books, clothes. They see my dog first. He's just happily petting him like the jackass he is. Two begin to lead him towards the center. I rage before I nope. He may be a stupid son of a bitch, but he's mine, and he's not getting sacrificed by a bunch of edgy teens who were Chris Chan, either not enough or too much. Shout, "Hey," and march towards them. The, I'm assuming, leader steps forward. His beer belly is over the belt tying off his robes. What do you fucking want? Fire my rifle into the air. Stare down all of them. Grab my dog by the collar and backwalk into the trees. As soon as we're far away, then we run as fast as we can. Go home and try to reverse all the Cesar Millan bullshit training my parents used to make my dog a dumbass.
Be me. Be on the road at night with my mother, she drives. She suddenly complains about how fast the car behind her is driving and how the front lights are blinding her. Slow down. We both check for the car. Nothing. No car. Get spooked. The thing is, we were on a straight road, so there's no way that the car could have taken any turn or something. Also, be me. Be stuck in the car with my mom in the woods for a while because I tried to drive her car, but it broke down. We were waiting for my uncle and his girlfriend to walk back to the house we stayed at so they could get the other car. The house was like 45 minutes to an hour away. Get bored. Move the seats so we can lay down. There was absolutely no lights or anything. It was in the middle of the night, and there wasn't any car. Actually, we love going driving there because we're always sure to be alone. Lay down. See a blinding white flash that lasted for like 3 seconds. Get up. It's pitch black outside. No car or people, we would have heard. What the fuck? My mom and I are spooked. Lock the doors. Wait until my uncle and his girlfriend come back. We will never know what that thing was.
So, considering I'm from way out in the bush, taking a leisurely drive out to the beach at around midnight, the car needed fixing after an off-road excursion on a dirt road somehow broke my brake line. Cash. Feels good to drive the car again. Make it to the beach, which was about a half-hour drive from my house. No one goes there anymore because someone cleaned up the beach closer to town. Sitting in the car, enjoying the stars, see someone come out of the outhouse at the tree line. Wow. I didn't see any cars here. The guy must have walked, watching him by now. It wasn't quite a full moon, but it was bright enough to see him shambling around. He sees my car and begins running at me. Started the engine and noped out of there. Didn't realize until I got home that the guy must have been drunk and passed out in the outhouse. Poor guy probably got left behind. Feeling bad, I drive out again to look for him. Driving down the dirt road to meet him and offer the guy a ride. Spot him about near the turnoff to the beach, covered in blood. Oh shit. Maybe he's hurt. Drive by really slowly and notice that his clothes aren't torn or anything, but it looks like the blood was old. He makes eye contact and I swear to God, this guy was a scary fucker. Nope out of there yet again. Turns out the guy takes rats out there and kills them. I heard my uncle talking about this guy, saying that he goes around and picks rats off the street to kill them. No one really reported him since my town has a bad rat problem.
It might have just been my mind, but here goes. Finished university with a bit of money left. LOL, not getting a job. Decide to travel to the US for a month or so, and travel around on a motorbike, easy rider style. 2 weeks in, the loneliness is starting to kick in. Doesn't really bother me, but just to hear a human voice, I start talking to my bike. Mundane shit like, "How did you find today?" etc. One evening, I set up camp about 10 miles from Newton, Iowa, and start eating some spaghetti hoops with sausages. Ask the bike where she wants to go next, Nebraska or Minnesota. I hear a voice, clear as day, say, "I think Nebraska." Spoon stops halfway to my mouth as I stare at my bike. Bike stares back. Slowly chew on spaghetti hoops whilst maintaining eye or headlight contact with the bike. Eventually fall asleep, and the next day head to Nebraska. Have an amazing time in Nebraska with drinking, cute girls, and friendly bikers. Creepy Bike has now become Bikerbro. Bikerbro gets written off once I get back to the UK by a fuckhead in a van.
Be me, age 17. Typical Louisiana country boy. Summer squirrel hunting. I've got the sweet spot. I've been blasting the sweet squirrels all night. Way over the legal limit of squirrels on person. No fucks given. Lollygagging, enjoying my time. Kill until about 7:45, and it starts getting dark. I decide to go back. The trip is about 3 miles that I take by foot, carrying a single-shot 12-gauge, about 15 to 20 rounds of 6-shot, 10 rounds exactly of 12-gauge double buck, and 30 to 40 pounds of squirrel carcass. 8:53, resting on the side of a tree, less than a mile from the road and the car. Hear a large cracking sound behind me. Sounded near 30 to 40 feet, so it was faint, but I could hear that it was loud. Cracking is getting closer. Immediately think deer in the woods. Load a shell of double buck. Quietly peek around the tree to see a 4-legged creature standing 20 feet from me. Quite dark. Still thought it was a deer. Waiting for a good sight line. I shift my weight to my right leg to brace on the tree and snap some twigs or leaves. The creature snaps to attention. Stands up to about 8 feet, staring cold and black directly at me. The presence I felt was dark and evil.
and a cold washed over me like nothing else. Whatever I was looking at was an embodiment of evil. At this moment, the cold fear for life enters my body. My gut instinct says, if you run, you die. I decide to stand fast with my gun raised, ready to do battle. The beast takes a step towards me, never breaking eye contact. His eyes, they were black as the night sky. Even now I tremble at the memory. I sling the squirrels off my shoulder and fire my weapon at it, and then bolt towards the road. From behind me, I hear the loud cracking and crashing of the beast through the woods. Most of all, I remember the scream of anger. I felt like it could have been heard for miles. I kept sprinting as fast as I could. I never looked back. I got to my car and sped away. I've never hunted those woods again.
Be driving. See a hitchhiker. Pick him up. Nice enough guy. He gets to telling me he's an ex-con. I tell him, well, what did you do? He said he stole some stuff. I don't like degeneracy in my car. I started punching him and assaulting him while going at high speeds so he wouldn't dare hit back. The scum begins to grab a knife and tries to go for me. I block him. I stomp the brakes. The knife goes flying. I wrap his head in the seatbelt, start choking as I pin his chest with my steel-tip boots, pull out my concealed carry and fire one swift shot to his face. He doesn't die right away. He begins to cry for his parents. Degenerate thinks his welfare-sucking parents are people. I drag his body out. Surprised he's alive with all those brains, leave him in the ditch, covered him with leaves, take his coat for the frosty night. Well, that's the time I almost got murdered by some guy who wanted to take my life. Thankfully, I was able to protect myself or become one of the many people he may have killed.
I hope that you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. If you enjoyed tonight's story, then please subscribe to the channel as more Greentext will appear daily. A new broadcast will appear when the clock strikes midnight Central Time.